Is where with Manila Double you're sort of guessing.
Here we go, race 4 with Stewart. Walking in steadily at present. Come around the fence at the top of the straight. And they're off to race over just under 3 miles in the daily football offers at Rhino.bet Novices Handicap Chase. Got 15 fences to jump along the way, almost 5 in a line. Crossing the first, over on the far side, Regard. Check sleeves, one from the right, Jardou Desert. Pushing the pace along, Loup De Maulde in the emerald green, up between them and near side in the shades of blue, Manila Double and Poker Master in the blue and white. Close up. Once again, the whistles sound and the checkered flags are out to remind the jockeys to bypass the next 2 fences. A long run once again before they get to the first over on the far side. A well-grouped field of 5 in the very early stages. And in the centre of a line of 3, Jardou Desert has just about poked his nose ahead of Manila Double and Regard up the running rail. And then Loup De Maulde, who races alongside a Poker Master. And now Manila Double shades a small lead. So at least 3 leaders in the race. And they've only jumped 1 fence so far, heading to the first across in the back straight. Manila Double on the far side of Jardou Desert. Couple lengths away to their 3 rivals who are pretty much in a line. Poker Master wide, Regard closest to the rail, and Loup De Maulde up between them. Moving on now to the smallest fence on the course. And all 5 pretty assured there. Manila Double just establishing himself now in the front running role. Moves on by a couple of lengths from Jardou Desert. Then Poker Master, Loup De Maulde, and Regard, who was in the leading line over the first, is now last of the 5, and now it's single file stuff as they approach the open ditch over in the back straight, the penultimate fence over there. Fence 5 looms up, and Sean Bowen really is making up Manila Double's mind for him, and Loup De Maulde was down on his nose. Well picked up by Toby Wynn. He's lost an eye, and I think he's got it back. But he was scrubbing his nose along the mud, Loup De Maulde. He's now last the 5, but he was a bit better at that one, and now I think Toby Wynn will be pleased. There's a bit of galloping on the flat to be done to allow Loup De Maulde to recover his momentum. Manila Double leaves them out of the back straight with 6 fences behind them. Over Jardou Desert, Poker Master in the raw blue, and then Regard, who started off on the inner, and he's now racing widest of the field. And Loup De Maulde, after that error at the ditch, perhaps less so an error, more over jumping, is last of the 5 as they turn on in and approach the 7th, the fence which brings them to the end of a circuit. Making steady progress to it, still a couple of 100 yards off it, Manila Double. Jardou Desert on the right coming alongside. Poker Master slipstream in the leading pair, Regard on the extreme right, and a couple of lengths away to Loup De Maulde. Back where they started from then, and now approaching the 8th. Manila Double jumping soundly over Jardou Desert. Poker Master, Loup De Maulde inching a bit closer, and Regard in close touch. So once again, a very long run before they have to leave the ground again. They've got 1 more circuit ahead of them. The Manila Double and Jardou Desert inseparable under the judge this time. And the other 3 pretty much line abreast. Poker Master, Loup De Maulde in the emerald green, and Regard racing out widest of all. Moving into the bottom turn, Manila Double and Jardou Desert. Sean Bowen and Charlie Hammond, each among the winners this afternoon, each looking to double up. Poker Master tracks them. Tom Buckley in the saddle aboard the 4-time course winner. And Loup De Maulde in the emerald green, Toby Wynn, and Regard, the red silks for Gavin Sheehan. Heading to the first of the fences across in the back straight. Manila Double, narrowly, over Jardou Desert. Loup De Maulde jumping up to just shade third. Their Regard slightly missed out. Just needs a bit of encouragement. Last the 5, Poker Master ahead of him. Jardou Desert and Manila Double over Loup De Maulde. Regard going back up on the outer. And in close touch, Poker Master. Moving towards the middle fence across on the far side. 5 out. It's still very much up for grabs. Jardou Desert. Loup De Maulde was better at the ditch. Let's see if he handles it okay this time. This is 4 out. He was good on that occasion, Loup De Maulde, a slight nod on landing. Manila Double's completely lost his position, and he's dropped back to be last of the 5 in a matter of strides. And Loup De Maulde has moved through to take over, really attacked the 3rd last. Manila Double didn't in last place, and he's beginning to toil. And Loup De Maulde has suddenly begun to strung him out here. And he's now beginning the run for the last half mile, opening up and going 3-4 lengths clear. Jardou Désert, Regard is a further 4 lengths away in 3rd, and then Poker Master and Manila Double. So making the long run back towards the final 2 fences. And Loup De Maulde has a lead of a shade over 2 lengths, with Jardou Désert ridden in pursuit, and then a 5 or 6 length break to Regard. Manila Double has moved back into 4th, has gone past Poker Master. Loup De Maulde has a handy break on his pursuers as he rounds the last part of the bend and heads towards the 2nd last. He's opening up by 5, maybe 6 lengths now over Jardou Désert. Here's 2 out. Loup De Maulde through the top, little untidy, but he's clear of Jardou Désert. Regard is back in 3rd, and Loup De Maulde is approaching the final fence. He'll need to be kept going in these rain-softened conditions, but he's neatly over the last. Jardou Désert has hopped over in 2nd. He might yet be pressed for that spot by Regard. Loup De Maulde being nudged out halfway up the run-in. He's a good 8 lengths clear of Jardou Désert and Regard. And Loup De Maulde, on his return to fences, makes the most of a good-looking handicap mark. He wins for the 3rd time at Huntingdon, scores in the hands of Toby Wynn. Regard got up for 2nd, Jardou Désert 3rd, and then Manila Double and Poker Master.